Hi, my name is Tom Meuzelaar. I am Principal Consultant and Founder at Lifecycle Geo, and I'm really pleased to be able to invite you to attend a workshop that I will be teaching called The Application of Environmental Geochemistry to the Mine Project Lifecycle. This workshop is hosted by the European Federation of Geologists. It is 8 hours in length in total. It is split into 4 two-hour sessions. Each of these sessions will take place on a Tuesday in October from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. So Tuesday, October 1st, 8th, 15th, and 22nd. And the workshop will cover a number of interesting topics in the general area of environmental geochemistry, such as how do we manage water and materials at mine sites throughout the mine project life cycle, with a specific focus on generation of acid rock drainage, or the potential of generation of acid rock drainage, but also how do we characterize materials to predict ARD, and how do we build models to predict long-term water quality associated with our mines. And just to tell you a little bit more about myself, I founded Lifecycle Geo in 2019. I have a PhD in geology and geochemistry from the Colorado School of Mines. My background specializations are applied geology, geochemistry, and more recently data science. And I have about 25 years of industry experience, mining industry experience. I've worked with a lot of mining clients in materials characterization projects, building models to predict future water quality, working with regulators to address permitting issues, and more recently we've been working on applying innovative techniques such as machine learning to help our clients manage their water and materials through the project lifecycle. So a little bit more about the workshop logistics. This is, as I mentioned earlier, 4 two-week sessions. All of the sessions are delivered virtually. They will take place every Tuesday in October from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Central European Standard Time in the afternoon. So there's a total duration of 8 hours. The registration fee is 280 or 310 euros, and I think that's dependent upon whether you're a member or not. I think that's it for the course logistics. I've had an opportunity to teach this course a number of times over the past decade and have been able to refine the content based on feedback given to me by past participants. The 4 sessions that I teach, each one of them will have a different focus and a different topic. The first session will be focused on the technical and the regulatory setting. What are the things that really drive our need for characterization and prediction? And usually that has to do with permitting requirements, but also operational needs, especially during the operations and post-closure phases of the mine project lifecycle. The second session will be focused on assessing material and water environmental characteristics. What are the tests that we use to do that? How do we make long-term predictions? What are some of the advantages and challenges with using various methods? And how do we scale from laboratory to field? The third session will be focused on predicting mine water quality. So this is really a modeling focused session. How do we predict water quality years in advance for facilities such as tailing storage facilities or waste rock facilities or pit lakes? We'll give you a high-level overview of how those models are built and what some of their advantages and limitations are. And then the last section will really be focused on how we optimize materials management, how we look at materials management alternatives, and how we can use the data, the increasing amounts of data that we're collecting in the modern world to really optimize and make materials management much more efficient. So some of the learning outcomes that you can expect by taking this course: one, you can expect to learn the fundamentals of acid generation and metals leaching. You can expect to understand what the regulatory drivers are for environmental characterization studies, as well as the operational drivers. You can expect to understand how static and kinetic test programs are developed and how they're executed. And you can learn how water quality associated with various mine facilities can be predicted both during operations and then into closure. And then finally, you'll get an introduction to how material types are classified, how we segregate them, and then how do we manage them. And that's all the way through the project mine life cycle. So from early mine planning into operations and then into closure. You might be asking yourself, should I take this course? This course is designed for geologists, for environmental scientists, for people who do work in the geochemistry field, and also for mine professionals in general. I think if you have an interest in how material and water is managed at a mine site, especially from the environmental perspective, then I think this course will offer something of value to you. The course outline is broadly developed at a high level, but I also really want to make sure that this course meets the needs and interests of the participants. So before the course starts, I will be sending out a survey asking participants what they hope to get out of the course and what some of their topics of interest are. And I will develop the course along those lines. I will also make sure that there is time for participants to ask questions and that we have some time for interactive discussion. And there will also be discussion follow-up by email. Again, I really want to make sure that you get out of this what is of value to you. Thank you for thinking about this course. I really hope you sign up, and I hope to see you in October.